G'day guys, welcome to the channel. Today, I wanted to do a video on the Grand Seiko SBGE285 Mistflake. Now, it's been 3 months since I've bought this watch off at Wamata Jewelers here in Sydney, and surprisingly, out of the entire year, it's been my most worn watch by far. So about 30% of the time, I'm wearing this watch, and I track my usage through an app called Watch Crunch, which it's all over YouTube. There's a very successful channel with there, and Max, the creator of the app there. But tracking my watch usage, this appears to be my go-to. So I wanted to give you a 3-month review on this here, primarily just to show off the conditions. So to give you an idea, I use this watch, or I grab this watch, every time I need to do a physical errand, physical chore, every time I need to travel interstate, which is quite often, every time I need to basically get out there and get busy, right? This is the watch I grab. And out of the 3 months ownership, there is not a single scratch on this watch, not a single dent, not a single mark. It's basically as if that I just bought this watch yesterday. That's fantastic, and that's something I've never experienced before. That's mainly due to the high intensity titanium, and it sounds like as if that I'm paid by Grand Seiko. I'm doing this free ad for them. I'm not. This is just surprisingly one of the best watches I've ever owned, and it shows with the fact that I wear it 30% of the time. So let's get down and personal with this watch here, just to show it off after 3 months worth of hard usage. And then we'll come back up here for our final results and our final thoughts. There we go. So as I said, I wanted to get this watch under harsh lighting conditions, so my specialist lighting can actually show the marks on the watch. And as you can see, there's not a single mark on it at all. Now keep in mind, I did a week on the wrist video on the Grand Seiko Mistflake, and I was in airplanes. You know how airplanes go, right? Especially in economy class when you're traveling for business. The seats are basically, there's no room, and you're bumping the watch on everything. So let me actually take this off and show you more angles. So as you can see, in every angle, the brushed finishing has no marks on it whatsoever. Even the polished inside, although it's a bit grubby from my wearing experience. See, after a quick wipe, it's basically perfect. Not a single scratch. I would expect at least a little bit of a micro scratch, but there's nothing. Absolutely no marks on it whatsoever. And I wear this thing not hard, but I wear it well enough. And as you can see, the only marks are here. I don't even know how this got here, to be honest with you, but when I clip it up, there's not a single scratch on it, and that's due to the high intensity titanium. I thought it was just a marketing gimmick, man. I thought it was just, you know what, you're just trying to sell me on the experience, and nah, like, it's definitely high intensity. There is no marring, no scratching, no dents whatsoever, and I've banged this a few times as well. Now in comparison, the titanium watches from Tudor scratch really easily, and I've had a bit of a hands-on with the Longines Zulu Time. That one, it isn't scratch resistant as this. Now don't get me wrong, this will scratch if I take something to it like a drill or a screwdriver and, you know, obviously scratch it. It will scratch, but yeah, look, there's nothing visible, man. And this is something that's really impressed me, especially for a daily wearer. Now, I got this on a discount from Wamata's. They're happy to give you a discount as well if you speak to them. And for the price, I mean, I'm really happy with it. Like, the story of this watch was I was gonna get the Tudor Pro, but I'm happy that I didn't go for that. I'm happy I got this. And as you can see from the spring drive movement, it's smooth as anything. I'm trying to keep my hand steady, but it's smooth as anything. The texture on the dial is great. It looks different in different lighting, and the applied indices is something that's, you know, it's a bit of a nice touch, right? Even the polished surfaces, I haven't been able to find any scratches on them at all. And I'm very, well, I'm not anal about scratches, but I noticed them relatively easily. Now, the bracelet experience to me has been fine. A lot of people crap all over the bracelet. I don't mind this one here. The only time I've actually had issues with it is when I was sizing it up, because they use a pin and collar system. But once I've sized it up, it's probably one of the most comfortable wearing experience out of all of my watches, regardless if it has any micro adjustments or not. This one doesn't, but it doesn't need it. Like, I wear it, and when it's cold out, you know, it moves around a little bit, but like right now, right, it's quite hot where I am, and look, it ain't moving. It's fine, like it's totally fine. And I think I gravitate to this watch because of its lightweight nature. It is really lightweight. I just love wearing it. I absolutely love wearing this watch, and I highly recommend that, you know, if you're in the market for a GMT, check this one out, guys, because yeah, I can't be any more happier with it. I also want to touch on the accuracy before we got up to face level. The accuracy has been fantastic. As you can imagine from a spring drive movement, brothers and sisters, there is no deviation in seconds plus or minus that I've seen in the last 3 or so months. So it's something to keep in mind if you're worried about accuracy. This has been accurate as anything. It's basically a quartz watch, but it's got that beautiful sweep. And I've turned on my room lighting, as you can see, and I want to just appreciate the texture on the dial. It's out of this world, truly. But let's get back to face level, finish this video off. And that, my friends, is the Mistflake. It is probably the most surprising watch I've ever owned. Ever, right? So I've been in the game for quite a while now, probably 7 to 8 years, and I've only started dabbling into Grand Seiko this year. Now, truth be told, my watch box is getting full. I only have room for 2 more. If someone gives me another box, then I'm gonna buy more watches. However, I don't think I'll buy any more Grand Seikos. Even though they're releasing banger after banger, there isn't enough variety, and there's too many special editions, too many just stuff that they're bringing out, that it kind of dilutes the brand. And not to mention, in terms of the actual selections, you know, the cream of the crop picks in the brand, I feel like I already have it in the Mistflake as well as the SBGE285. I think those two are the pinnacle of the brand. But I highly, highly recommend people to suss this watch out, man. Like, it's definitely something that's surprised me, taken me off guard, and I'm very happy I took the risk with Grand Seiko. I was prepared to just only get this one, maybe like it for a few months here and there, and just, you know, buck it off and get something else. But very happy I didn't go for the Tudor Pro. This is the one that I went for, and definitely recommend it for anyone with a wrist size of probably maybe 15 centimeters and above. I got a 16.5 centimeter wrist, 6.5 inches, but yeah, man, what can I say? I'm super happy with this watch and its performance, and that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you in the next one.